San Francisco is known for its scenic views and booming tech industry, making it one of the most famous cities in the country. However, the price of living in San Francisco has skyrocketed over the past few decades, leading to an overwhelming amount of families struggling with housing insecurity. Housing insecurity encompasses several dimensions of housing problems people may experience, including affordability, safety, quality of housing, and neighborhood quality. The lack of affordability in San Francisco results in housing insecurity that directly impacts the health of residents. To understand why the health of residents is at risk, we must explore the factors that have led to San Francisco's lack of affordability.
There's multiple reasons that there is a lack of affordable housing in San Francisco. So in order to build affordable housing, one needs to build multifamily housing. It is only legal to build multifamily housing on 1/3 of the city, the eastern part of the city. The whole western side of the city, 2/3 of the city, because of the zoning, it is illegal to build affordable housing in San Francisco.
Zoning is a method of urban planning in which a government divides land into areas called zones, each of which has a set of regulations for new development that differs from other zones.
So the Sunset neighborhood of San Francisco, which is a giant neighborhood in San Francisco, the zoning was created in post-World War II explicitly to keep African American GIs returning from World War II from living in that neighborhood. That zoning is still on our zoning maps today in San Francisco. It would be as if separate but equal in our schools was still the law. So that's one. Two, funding. There's never enough money to meet the demand of the amount of affordable housing. The third is the political will. There are a lot of politicians in San Francisco who think the idea of affordable housing is wonderful as long as it's not in their district. So zoning, money, political will. Those are the three reasons that we have underbuilt affordable housing in San Francisco.
My name is Michelle Twigby. A large amount of the insecurity of housing would be the non-listening to the residents. We are the only apartment building that has not been upgraded since 1955.
As San Francisco struggles to solve its housing problems, the consequences lie with the health of the people experiencing these issues.
So my name is Erica Bush. I'm a community health outreach worker for Alameda Health System. Our patients, they're in and out of the hospital because of their declining health situation. People don't really think about their health, and that's why they're readmitting, because they don't really have the resources to stay connected to their primary care. They don't have the time when the forefront constantly, when you wake up from sunrise to sunset, is how do I survive?
My name is Heather McDonald Fine, and I'm a practice manager at Alameda Health System for the Homeless Health Center. With poor housing instability, and experiencing homelessness, your life expectancy is shorter. Your body is really stressed out and working so hard to maintain its health in spaces that are not designed for you to be in for extended periods of time.
People who experience housing insecurity commonly deal with health problems such as 25% higher rates of depression, behavioral problems in children, and substance abuse issues. These people also struggle to maintain their basic health and manage pre-existing conditions, causing continual health decreases. In 2016, 30 million households across the country reported having significant physical or health-related hazards in their homes.
Deteriorating mental health, substance use disorders, chronic poverty, lack of education, lack of health literacy.
Asthma, when you can't turn the heater on because it's a water heater, right? If you already have breathing issues, that could be detrimental, right? Because you can't get in there to get the dust out. I don't know, it's years of dust in there.
Certainly where one lives, right, has a direct correlation to the health outcomes.
So being housed is the foundation of meeting your physical needs.
Just being housed is healthcare. It really is the foundation for being able to take care of your own health. When my grandmother passed away due to stomach cancer, I became homeless. It was for a very short time, but I was homeless. It was a stress of not having a home, not having an address or residence to come to. When I go home and close the door, I thank God. It's the first thing that I do. Because I'm so blessed to have a residence and to be able to come home to a place. And I'm emotional now because yeah, it's really emotional. I'm sorry. Being housed should be something that is not a privilege. It should be something that everyone gets, mandatory, period. Everyone needs housing to survive.